Semper Fi, everyone! Welcome to the latest installment of Recon Jack. I'm your host, U.S. Marine veteran and historian Chuck Lynch. On today's episode, I'll discuss the birth of the Marine Corps Aviation program, which is the aircraft arm of the Marine Corps, as well as the first Marine pilot. Marine Corps Aviation units have a mission unique to that of their ground components. Therefore, they have their own history as well as traditions. Now let's take flight and learn more about what makes today's Marine Air Wing so great. 22 May 1912, Marine Corps Aviation officially begins when First Lieutenant Alfred Austell Cunningham, the first Marine officer to be assigned to duty in connection with aviation by Major General Commandant William P. Biddle, reported for aviation training at the Naval Aviation Camp at Annapolis, Maryland, and Marine Aviation had its official beginning. Cunningham was born in Atlanta, Georgia. He enlisted in the 3rd Georgia Volunteer Infantry Regiment during the Spanish-American War and served a tour of occupation duty in Cuba. His interest in aviation began in 1903 when he watched a hot air balloon ascend one afternoon. The next time the balloon went up, he was in it, and from then on, he considered himself a confirmed aeronautical enthusiast. At the age of 27, after spending a decade selling real estate in Atlanta, he returned to military life, mostly because he thought that he would be given the opportunity to fly. He was commissioned as a 2nd lieutenant in the United States Marine Corps on 25 January 1909. As a lieutenant, Alfred Cunningham retained an interest in aeronautics. He found at Philadelphia a likewise avid group of civilians and off-duty military men who harbored an interest in the same thing. He rented an airplane and gained permission from the Commandant of the Navy Yard to use an open field at the Philadelphia Navy Yard for tests. He also joined an Aero Club of Philadelphia and commenced selling Marine Corps Aviation to members of the Aero Club, who, through their Washington connections, began to pressure a numbers of officials, including Major General Commandant William P. Biddle, himself a member of the prominent Philadelphia family. Cunningham was an avid supporter in the new Conceptual Advanced Space Force and thought he saw a role for aircraft in the Marine Corps, requesting an assignment to the Navy's flying school at Annapolis. In 1911, while he was stationed at the Marine Barracks Philadelphia Navy Yard, he developed the inspiration to fly. Leasing a plane from a civilian aviator only $25 a month, he experienced in the airplane nicknamed Noisy Nan. He was promoted to the rank of grade 1st lieutenant in September 1911. Although the plane never left the ground, his profound faith and love of flying was rewarded. On 16 May 1912, Cunningham received orders and stood detached from duty at the Navy Yard in Philadelphia, and he was ordered to the aviation camp the Navy had set up at the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis to learn to fly. He reported 6 days later, on 22 May 1912, which is recognized as the birthday of the Marine Corps Aviation. Actual flight training was given at the Burgess plant at Marblehead, Massachusetts, because only the builders of planes could fly in those days, and after 2 hours and 40 minutes of instruction, Cunningham soloed on 20 August 1912. Between October 1912 and July 1913, Cunningham made some 400 flights in the Curtiss B-1, conducting training and testing tactics and aircraft capabilities. By November 1913, the Navy Department had assigned Cunningham to the Advanced Base School with the understanding that he would create an aviation section of the force. Cunningham performed important reconnaissance roles for the force, which was fully functional in 1914. Later, he served on board, headed by Captain Washington I. Chambers, United States Navy, and tasked with drawing up a comprehensive plan for the organization of Naval Aeronautical Service. It was upon the recommendation of that board that the Naval Aeronautical Station at Pensacola, Florida was established in 1914. The following February, Cunningham was assigned duty at the Washington Naval Yard, assisting naval constructor Holden C. Richardson and working on the DD-2 flying boat. Ordered to Pensacola for instruction in April 1915, Cunningham was designated Naval Aviator No. 5 on 17 September 1915. After heading the motor erecting shop at Pensacola, he underwent instruction at the Army Signal Corps Aviation School at San Diego, California, whence he was assigned to the Commission on Navy Yards and Naval Air Station. Cunningham received orders on 26 February 1917 to organize an aviation company for the Advanced Base Force at the Naval Yard. Designated as the commander of his unit, Cunningham soon emerged as a de facto director of Marine Corps Aviation. He sought and got enthusiastic volunteers to become pilots and soon embarked on a determined campaign to define a mission for land-based Marine Air. In addition, he served on a joint Army-Navy board that selected sites for naval air stations in 7 naval districts and on the East and Gulf coasts. Detailed to Europe to obtain information on British and French aviation practices, Cunningham participated in a variety of missions over German lines. Returning to the United States in January 1918, he presented a plan to use Marine aircraft to operate against submarines off the Belgian coast and against submarine bases. The Northern Bombing Group emerged from these plans, 4 land plane squadrons equipped and trained in 5 months' time. On 12 July 1918, 72 planes, 176 officers, and 1,030 enlisted men sailed for France, arriving at Brest on 30 July 1918. Despite shortages of planes, spare parts, and tools, the Marines improvised, adapted, and overcame and participated in 43 raids with British and French units, as well as 14 independent raids and shot down 8 enemy aircraft. Planes of the group also dropped 52,000 pounds of bombs and supplied 2,650 pounds of food in 5 food dropping missions to encircled French troops. For his service in organizing and training the 1st Marine Aviation Force, Cunningham was awarded the Navy Cross. His citation reads, "The President of the United States of America takes pleasure in presenting the Navy Cross to Major Alfred Austell Cunningham, Marine Corps serial number 0-211, United States Marine Corps, for distinguished service in the line of his profession in connection with the organization and training of the 1st Marine Aviation Force in the United States and as commanding officer of his aviation force in France, where it served against the enemy and rendered valuable service as a part of the Northern Bombing Group, United States Navy." I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Recon Jack, and perhaps you learned a little bit of something. I know I certainly did. Now again, I may have only scratched the surface of this topic, so stay tuned for more episodes as I continue to explore the hallowed history, traditions, and individuals of the United States Marine Corps. Also, please feel free to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment down in the section below. I certainly look forward to reading your feedback and interacting with you. Until next time, Semper Fi, and carry on.